Are the actions like, do you break them down? Is there a systematic process in which you go to like what gets to happen today and you hone in on completing that? Like, and I'm getting to this practical tip conversation here because I think one of the things disruption does, it causes confusion. It like takes you completely out of focus. You know, like when COVID-19 hit, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people scrambling, like, where do I go with my day? And that's why I think that, you know, there's so much mental, like people with mental illness, there's a rise in mental illness and alcoholism, like Nick was mentioning earlier. And so I'm just curious for you, like, how do you go to this like practical step forward? And, you know, in swimming for me, it's like, it starts with the first lap for me, because if I can't make it through the first lap, there's no way I'm going 2.4 miles. So every time I get in the pool, I think there's a resistance. And then once I'm in the pool, I think I can go the 2.4 miles. And it's funny because most people think that's easy for me. And that's the hardest one, the first lap.
So how I do it is I'll write down all the action steps I want to take today. So I try to keep it to 4 if I can, Ash, just simply because that's such a doable number. And so I'll write down the first thing. So for example, today I'm actually selling 4 films. Now, I'm going to make my sales calls first thing in the morning. And again, because Cannes is going on, first thing in the morning is 6 a.m. for us right now, which is, I want to say 3 p.m. in Cannes. So I'm making all the sales calls. I've pretty much done all the sales calls I can, probably by 7:30. Now I'm going to move on to number 2. And then I move on to number 3 and then number 4. And then if I haven't accomplished something, so for tomorrow, for example, I'll continue to make more sales calls, because every day my intent is to sell at least one product. So one movie, one television show, whatever it is, which people say, are you out of your mind? You can't do that. You can do whatever it is you say that you can do. It's whatever you say. So if you say you can't do it, you can't do it. If you say you can do it, you can do it. I firmly believe that. And the one thing I learned from Bob from selling as well is that if I didn't make the sale, it's just because I wasn't good enough. So how do I get good enough? What do I have to do next? And so I just make some changes, and I'll basically just go out and I'll resell again. And you know, the one thing I actually teach a course on, for the first time in my life, I'm actually teaching a course on movie making and TV making. And one of the things that I've learned from actually teaching it is that you have to have massive persistence. So it's not just taking action, but you have to be persistent. It's like, who gives, Blaine, can I swear on this or not really?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if somebody passes? You move on to the next thing until they say yes. All you're looking for is a yes. Who cares if they say no?
Yeah.